Hello folks, before I see, we have some questions from Math Paper 2 for the year 2023, and we are dealing with a paper that was written by the internal candidate. So let's look at the first question. Express 2 over 3m minus 2 minus 1 over 2m minus 3 as a single fraction in its lowest term. So this question is always there in paper 2. Now, how can we combine the two fractions? So this is our first fraction, and this is our second fraction. So the question is, we want to combine the two fractions by forming a single fraction. Not only that, we are supposed to leave it in its lowest terms. So I begin. So I'm going to write the first fraction, which is 2 over 3m minus 2 minus 1 divided by 2m minus 3. So step number 1, we are going to find the lowest common denominator. So the lowest common denominator, we just have to put these two into brackets. So that's our first part. So we have 3m minus 2 in brackets, 2m minus 3 also in brackets. Then the concept is we divide 3m minus 2 into 3m minus 2 times 2m minus 3. So the easiest way is that this number should multiply with the denominator of the other fraction. So this will be 2 open brackets 2m minus 3. Then you look at this sign, you bring it here, minus, then this number 1 should multiply with this one. So we're going to have 1 times 3m minus 2. Right, so we just have to expand the upper part. So with the denominator part, we are done. So we need to simplify it. First to expand, then we are going to simplify later. So this 2 times 2 will give us 2m. Should be 4m. Then the second one, the same 2 will multiply with negative 3. So a positive number times a negative number, the product should be negative. So 2 times 3 is 6. Then we move on to this one. This is negative 1 times positive 3m will give us negative 3m. Then the same negative 1 times negative 2 will give us positive 2. So remember, whenever you multiply same signs, the product should always be a positive. Then we collect the like terms. So the like terms, this m and this one. So for m minus 3m, then this negative 6 and 2 are like terms. So the last part is we just have to do some subtractions since we have different signs. So 4m minus 3m is just m. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. So as we can see, we formed the single fraction in its simplest form because we cannot simplify it further. So that is our first part. Now we move on to question B. So under question B, we are given a quadratic equation. 3x squared plus 13x minus 7 must be equal to 0. So we are going to use the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So we need to identify the value of a, b, and c. So the coefficient of x squared is a, the coefficient of x is b, then the number without the letter is c. So a is equal to this number 3, b is equal to 13, C is equal to negative 7. Then we are going to now plug in. So the value of B is 13 plus or minus. So 13 squared minus 4. What's the value of A? 3. The value of C is negative 7 over 2 times 3. So from this point up to the final answers, we need to just use the calculator. So negative times positive 13 is negative 13 plus or minus 13 squared will give us 169. Now this negative should be multiplied by this negative. Then here we are going to have the positive side. So 4 times 3 times 7, I'm getting 84. Divided by 2 times 3 is 6. So I need to find the sum of the two numbers under the square root. So 84 plus 169, I'm getting 253. Then at this point, I'm going to find the square root of 253. So I'm getting 15.90597392 over 6. Then the next step should be, we need to split our equation into two equations. So one will involve the positive sign, then the other one the negative sign. So this will be x is equal to minus 13 plus 15.90597372 over 6. Then the other equation will be negative 13 minus 15.90597.327 divided by 6. So from this point now, the calculator will do its work. So we're going to say negative 13 plus 15.90597.372. So I'm getting 2.90597327 over 6, then divided by 6. Excuse me. So I'm getting 0.484328878. Now here we can now go back to the question. We are told the correct to 2 decimal places. So this is where now you should put that into consideration. So 2 decimal places, we just want 2 numbers after the decimal. So the second number from the first number is 8. So after 8, the number that we have is 4. 4 is less than 5, so we are not going to add any number. I mean, yes, a 1 to 8. So this is our final answer. So let's do with the same. So negative 13 minus 15.90597.327. So I'm getting negative 28.90597.327 divided by 6. So if we divide this by 6, I'm getting negative 4.8176662212. Then correct to 2 decimal places, we just want 2 numbers. So this is negative 4.80. Now since our last number is 1 and the number after 1 to the right is greater than 5, so we add the 1 here, will give us 0.82. So for this question, you just have to make sure that the 5 marks should just be yours, even before writing your exams. These are questions that you just have to make sure you don't miss. Now we move on to question 3. So under question 3, we are dealing with a calculus question, and the question is, we are trying to find the equation of the curve for which dy over dx is equal to 12x cubed minus 4x plus 5x at a point. We are given this point. So we are given a differentiated equation. So we want now the original equation before it was differentiated. So what are we supposed to do? We are going to integrate. So this is your first step that you are supposed to do. So this is also what we call a gradient function equation. So if the question is given the gradient function equation, find the equation of the curve. It's the same thing. We need to differentiate. And we have been given the point 0, -2, which is x, y. So what is the antiderivative of dy over dx is just y. So we can now differentiate this one. So this will be 12x. So if you look at this power is 3, you add 1. So whatever you do to the power, you have to divide the same result. Then we repeat the same process. So x is raised to the power 1, so it will be 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Now what happens if you have a constant number? So you just have to attach x to that. So this becomes 5x plus the constant of integration. So now let's see how we can simplify this. So we have 12 over, if we add, this should be 1. If we add 3 plus 1 is 4. X raised to the power 4 plus 1 is 4, minus 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. Raised to the power times x raised to the power 2 plus 5x plus c. Then from here we can simplify. You can say 4 here is 1, 4 here is 3. So we have 3x raised to the power 4. 2 here is 1, 2 here is 2. Minus 2x squared plus 5x plus c. Now since we are looking for equation of the curve, we need to find the value of c. But if the question was find the antiderivative, then we are done. Now how can we find the value of c? So remember, we are given the coordinates of x and y. So this must be substituted where y is. So we have -2 is equal to 3. What of x? We are also given x. So 0 raised to the power 4 minus 2, 0 raised to the power 2 plus c, 0 plus c. So -2, 3 times 0 to the power 4 is 0, minus 0 plus c. So we can see that we can just cancel this. C is equal to -2. So our final equation of our curve is y is equal to 3x to the power 4, this part, minus 2x squared, this part, plus 5x, this part, then minus 2, the value of c. So this was the equation of the curve. And if you want to check if your answer is correct, you can try to differentiate. So if we differentiate, we have dy over dx, which is 4 times 3 is 12, times x to the 4 minus 3 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, times x, 1 minus 1 is 1, plus the derivative of x raised to the power 1 is just 1 times 5 is 5. The derivative of a number is just 0. So you can see that we are able to get the original gradient function that we were given. So this is how we can answer questions like this. So let's hope we are learning and getting somewhere. So please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified, and comment in the comment section below. If you have friends or families that are in their exam rooms, please share the link. Tell them about the goodness of starting studying as early as possible. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.